Hello and welcome everybody to the Sinful Shelf first episode. We are wearing the same outfits as our intro episode because we're recording the same day.
Yay!
So if you don't remember, we are talking about Little Strangers, or Little Stranger. Oh my God. We're talking about Little Stranger.
By Leigh Rivers.
And Heather is going to read the content warning one more time for everybody before we start the episode. And please note that there will be spoilers.
A lot of spoilers. We are going to get very deep into this book.
Yay.
Just like something. Anyways.
Anyways, I also just want to say before we start, if you are under the age of 18, please leave.
Turn back now.
Run
away. Come back when you're 18.
I do not support underage people reading these books.
We get into a lot of heavy sexual topics and foul language and depravity. So if you're underage, which I hope you're not, don't listen, please.
And please don't read these books until you're over the age of 18.
Yes. But this is Dottie. She's going to help us in this podcast. We also call her Detilde.
She is giving main character energy throughout this entire thing.
Snoozing. But anyways, I'm going to read the content and trigger warnings directly from the book itself. Just so that you guys know from the author's mouth exactly what to look out for. If any of these points make you uncomfortable, please come back to an episode you might feel more comfortable in reading. Anyways, this book contains characters that are foster siblings, not blood related, but are raised together. If you are comfortable with heavy somnophilia, CNC, dubious consent, drugging, branding, choking, sex over a dying body, with other kinks like brother-sister kinks, knife play, primal play, blood play, pain, screwdrivers, fear, light breeding, anal, and spider play, Malachi Vise, my new favorite mute psychopath, is waiting for you. Again, this book is Little Stranger by Leigh Rivers. Let's get into it.
So let's just preface this by saying you read the physical copy of the book.
Yes, first. I did. Yep.
I listened to the audiobook because I could not get the physical copy in time for us to start this. So our opinions of this book may be a little bit different. We may have different things to talk about regarding it. But I typically read physical copies before ever listening to the audiobooks. But that just didn't happen this time.
I mean, I generally read the books first before listening to them. But generally, if I like the book as a physical copy, I'll read it as an audiobook. I didn't quite have time this time. And let's also just say this was our first time reading this book for both of us. I have never read this book before now. She had never read the book before now.
I had actually never even read anything by this author before now. So
I have not read anything about this author either. This book is a duet. There is a sequel to this book. I have not read that yet. I don't believe you've read it yet either.
I have not read that one either.
We're not going to get into that book today because neither one of us read it. So it's going to kind of hard to be talk about something we haven't read. But, one thing I do want to ask, I know we're cousins, but you're the only one here with a brother.
Yeah.
Who is blood related. So it is very different than what happened in the book. But being a little sister to a bigger brother, how did this brother-sister trope feel to read?
It's awkward. Because this isn't the first, either step sibling or foster sibling book that I've read, as you know, because we've read the same other book that I'm referencing. It's always super uncomfortable, especially when the topics heavily focus on the little brother or the big brother, little sister thing.
Yeah.
It's really uncomfortable. It's weird. Not that it's Like I'm saying, it's weird, and I know some people are into it. I no judgment, but being a little sister, it's a little strange to listen to the play like that.
A little strange.
Yeah, it's a little strange. It definitely is a different way to listen to it because you don't have any brothers. You just have sisters.
So that's why I'm like, for me, it's like not that awkward to read because I don't have any brothers. But at the same time, it's like they're not blood related, which is what makes it okay. But like I've read books that are big brother, little sister, where they're step siblings but weren't raised together. But these two were raised together. I think that makes it a little different for me.
Every time they mention like big brother, little sister, I got even more uncomfortable every single time.
It was like a big cringe moment for me.
Yeah.
Not the biggest cringe moment.
Not the biggest. We'll get into that topic a little bit later when we get further into the discussion. But no, being somebody's actual blood-related little sister, I was uncomfortable reading it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I mean, if I kind of like disassociated the little brother, big sister, or big sister, little brother, sorry. If I disassociated that from the acts of this sexual scenes, it was perfectly fine to read those. I just kind of had to like disassociate that a little bit.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
But I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate the book. No. I actually really enjoyed the book.
It was very depraved.
It was incredibly depraved. Overall, I think it was a good book. Yes. And I would really love to continue reading, or like read it for the first time again.
Yeah, it's one of those books that I'm like, I'd read it again for the first time if I had that magic ability in my life. And I also cannot wait to read the second one. The way the first one ended and the description of the second book, I am extremely looking forward to the second book.
Yeah. See, I haven't even read the description of the second book. So that's kind of like on me for not doing that research. But I'm really excited to see where they go with the relationship and everything that happens.
I am too, like, especially with the way the book ended of like, this is the end, or is it? It's like, all right, now I have to know more.
Yes, absolutely.
I have to know more. Absolutely. Like, it ended on a good note with the two of them and their relationship. But I need more.
I agree with you.
I need more.
It was a quick read.
Yes.
I will say that. So what we're going to do is we should start getting into some of our like discussion topics.
Yes.
That we have.
Absolutely.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. So what was your favorite part of the book?
My favorite part of the book, and this is going to sound so deranged. My favorite part of the book is probably when Olivia was in the gas station and she was speaking with Adam. And he came in. Malachi came in.
Yeah.
And beat the living shit out of Adam just for talking to her.
Honestly, that's a good part of the book. I think, however, my favorite part of the book is the corn maze.
That's okay. I'm with you. I'm with you because that is probably my second favorite part of the book.
I mean, like if we're getting into like sex scenes, like that is my favorite sex scene by far. But also like just the chase,
the chasing, everything involved.
Like she doesn't know that it's her brother. Like she thinks it's some strange man that she just approached and started talking to.
Motorbike.
It was already willing to be chased by him. Like,
I feel like that shows some sort of depravity in itself that she just met this man and is willing to let him chase her through a corn maze.
But like hot, attractive man.
She's never seen his face.
Yeah, but the body was hot.
That's a good point because she saw him with the motorcycle, everything like that. She didn't see his figure either because he was fully clothed. Because he didn't want her to see his tattoos. So she literally approached a stranger and it's just like, this is on.
Yeah.
Meet me here we're going to run through a corn maze together.
And you know what? The fact that she was smart enough to take off her heels before booking it, I am so proud of her for that one. I'm so proud of
her for that one. I would never be in this kind of situation.
Neither would I.
But if I was ever in that situation, I don't believe I'd be able to take off the heels first. I wouldn't even think twice.
I mean, I don't think I'd be in heels in the first place.
No, I'd be.
But if I was, I mean, I do know how to run in heels. But like, I still think I would make it so that I get caught. But again, fictional, hypothetical situation
would never happen in our real lives.
Stay out of my real life.
No, but my point on the gas station thing is the possessiveness. Yes. I absolutely just adore when a main character, like a male main character, is that possessive.
Even a female main character being possessive that.
When the female main character is possessive, but a badass possessive.
I love a possessive person. Like, if you're so deeply in love, but even if you can't express that you're deeply in love with that person,
just the acts of it.
Yes.
It shines a little bit of light into it, even though it's very depraved and very dark.
Oh, yeah.
That you were willing to go this far to hurt somebody just for speaking to the person that you love.
Oh, yeah. But I'm like, at the same time, that was kind of hot.
It was kind of hot. Yeah. 100%. And she was turned on by that too.
Yes.
She even said it. So
yes.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to get my first question. I'm sorry, guys. It's on my phone. Do you believe that this book would have given you a book hangover?
No. I don't get book hangovers very often. I think just like the fact that there's a sequel and that I want to read the sequel so badly is the reason I don't have a book hangover over this.
I agree with you 100% because I have had really bad book hangovers. Before this book, I have not read an actual like new book in probably 6 months because I had such a bad book hangover.
Yeah.
And this is kind of jumping me back into the genre and jumping me back into wanting to read more.
This isn't a jump. This is a deep dive back into the genre.
I went right off a cliff. It's fine.
Yeah. We went right over the deep end with this being our first book. But you know, the wheel chose.
The wheel chose and it chose right.
It did.
It really chose right.
Really did. I think this was the best book to start off with because it was smaller. So we could really like get into it. But anyways, what was your least favorite part about the book?
The brother-sister thing.
See, for me, it was the fact that her mother sold her virginity.
When we're talking, do you have a question about least favorite and favorite characters?
Yeah.
I'm going to discuss that more then. But my least favorite part of the book is probably the brother-sister thing.
I also really hate the spider scene where he puts the spider on her face. Like, I don't like spiders. I'm not afraid of them, but I don't put one on me.
I just don't like tarantulas.
Yeah.
Those freak me out.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I could want sex if you had a spider on my face and then were creepily singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider to me.
Listening to that part on audiobook, I loved that part, but I feel like it's a little bit creepier because you're making it up in your head when you're reading the book. But
oh my god, it was traumatic.
Do you remember in elementary school, or did you ever have an elementary school when like the touring zoos would come around to the elementary schools and bring the tarantulas?
Yes. I'm sorry.
That's all I could think of because I was terrified of those things when they brought them.
Keep spiders at a distance for me, or even better yet, behind glass. But the minute you take it out and approach me with it or put it on my body,
all bets are off.
All bets are off. Fuck that shit. I am not here for spider play.
Look, in my relationship, I'm the one who kills the spiders. But if it was a tarantula in my home, I would just torch it down. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I mean, yeah.
Because there's no way I can just trample one of those.
Oh, God, no. Like, no, I'm sorry, but they're creepy.
They're 100% creepy, and I
not here for those.
But it added to the darkness of the book, I guess.
Yes, it did. And like the rest of that scene, if you ignored the spider, was perfect.
I do want to say though, with the spider, I wish they came up with she came up with a better name for the spider other than Spiky.
Well, Spiky was the first one. I don't think we ever got a name for the second one.
I don't think so, but I do believe there should have been a better name than Spiky for a tarantula.
Yeah. It's just it's so mundane for a tarantula name.
Yeah.
But I do like his like dynamic of like why he loves tarantulas so much.
Yes, I truly thought when I was listening to this book they weren't going to deep dive into his past.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they didn't, but the fact that, you know, he had a spider under his bed and that's why he locked away his voice, because the spider didn't talk.
Right. But was powerful to him.
Powerful in a way where it didn't need to.
Exactly.
So he locked away his own voice so that people couldn't take that part of him away.
And honestly, it was such an emotional piece of the story that really made you understand. So it really explains why like he is the way that he is and his love for his spider. Honestly, I hated the fact for him that they killed his first spider, Spiky.
Yes,
like
that's tragic. I
get why they did it, but at the end of the day, it's his pet. And if you did that to like my cat or my dog, I'd be pissed too.
I would never ever forgive the person who did that to any one of my cats.
Oh God,
or one of my dogs. I'm not a spider person, but for the exotic pet lovers out there, I could not imagine losing your pet because somebody doesn't like your pet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it had more to do with the pet or just him and wanting revenge on him.
On Malachi, yeah, for what he did to the dad.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, okay, I get that though also. Okay, my next talking point, did this book make you want to read other books from the same author? Not Little Liar, which is the sequel, but just generally, does her writing style and this book in general make you want to read another one of her books?
I want to see what other psychopaths she can come up with.
Yes.
Because like Malachi is so psychotic.
Yep.
And I love him. I deeply love him. But I want to know what other psychopaths she has out there in her book world. But I'm also wondering if she has any softer characters too.
Yeah, I thought about that too. Like, because for me personally, after a super dark book, I want to read something a little bit lighter, or something not as dark as what we read.
Yeah.
That's just a personal preference for me. And I would love to see what other worlds she creates, what other characters she can create. Yeah. Because I love the way that she did all the psychological.
There was a lot of psychological
stuff in here. And I love that aspect of it. And I want to know more of what she can just make.
Yeah. I don't know what else she has out there for books. I don't know if these were her first two, but it doesn't sound like they are.
The writing is way too good to be her first.
Honestly, I'm really excited to see, what else she has. And, maybe that's a book we'll explore further down the line of like what else she has to share with us, because I'd love to know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Leigh Rivers, we're here for more.
We are here for more.
What was your favorite character and what was your least favorite character and why?
Okay, I'm going to start with least favorite because I kind of already talked about this. The mother is my least favorite character. The fact that she sold her virginity, was selling her to different families for power moves.
What a bitch.
Horrendous. Truly just horrendous. And all of those guys, I would put those guys as well, except for Adam.
That's only because he was
gay.
Yes.
And he wasn't an asshole.
No. He was just terrified.
The man that she was supposed to marry at the end of the book, what was his name? Was it Xander? Xavier?
I think it was Xander.
I don't remember. It was something along those lines.
I want to say it was Xander.
I think it was in the epilogue.
Yeah, I think it was Xander.
Either way, I did not enjoy him either.
No.
Because a man who will make you dye your hair a specific color.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but you don't get to tell me how to look or how to dress.
No, how to look, how to dress.
Fuck that.
Speak when you're spoken to. No, not my cup of tea.
I am too much of a strong-willed person to ever be okay with that.
Yeah, and then the man who was Parker, the one who was blackmailing her, saying, "I'm going to tell the entire world your mom gave me $5,000 to fuck you."
All because he wanted him to he wanted her to blow him and his friends. I'm sorry, but she was right to get Malachi involved. And 100%. Like, just the simple act of sending the location and he was there.
With his friends too.
I loved that.
Was amazing on his part.
And like, I loved that when they got home, the dad stood up for them.
Yeah, and
even against the mom.
Yeah, and literally thanked Malachi
for helping
her and taking the bat and saying, "I'm going to handle this."
Yeah,
that was probably one of the best dad moments.
Yes,
in the book.
Honestly, yes, I liked the dad. I did not hate the dad. He's not my favorite character. I had a love-hate relationship with him. Yes,
I did not like how he treated Malachi throughout the entire book. Besides that part. Because in the beginning, they did talk about how Malachi would be pulled into a study and he'd come out with bruises. Yeah. I don't like that part.
I don't like that part. I like him towards the end and that little bit in the middle. But in the end, after he was thrown down the stairs after being badly beaten by Malachi, he became a better dad.
He became a way better dad after that.
Yeah. And honestly, like him telling her to go to him at the very end.
And being willing to try to forgive Malachi just because Olivia loved him.
Yes. And he just wanted his angel happy. Like I loved that.
I think that was a win for dad at that point.
Yes. My least favorite character is also mom for the same points of like selling her daughter and trying to control her daughter. And I'm sorry, but what DCF community would ever hand those two children?
Yeah, I just knowing that.
And how is she a judge?
Selling your children?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that like the judicial system and DCF didn't know about all of this.
They couldn't have. Like even the dad didn't know about her being sold.
Right. So I think Olivia really just kept all of that to herself and just didn't want anybody to know because she wouldn't even tell Malachi about that.
I know, but imagine having to like go through your life hiding being sold just so that you don't have to leave your family
and disappoint your mother. Like just having that I love my mother. I respect my mother. If she tried to sell me, I don't think I would take it as well as Olivia did or in the way that Olivia did.
I would revolt. I would like pack up my things and leave in the middle of the night just to get away.
I think this also kind of tacks on to the point of the psychological thing as well, though, because Olivia had a family. She was taken from that family because of how badly the conditions in her home were.
Yes.
And she was placed with people who claimed to love her, treated her well, other than selling her, but treated her really well and treated her like family and way better than her originally, like her birth family did. So I think that's kind of where the psychological thing would come in, where she's like, I don't want to disappoint the person who came in here and essentially saved me. And she even says that they saved me from that house. Yeah. So I think that also kind of ties into the way that Olivia reacted to that point.
I mean, I do wish that we got a little bit more of Olivia's background than we did.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get much of it. Like we definitely got a lot more of Malachi's background than we ever did of hers.
And we still didn't get much.
Like I would really love to know a little bit more about their background so we can understand a little bit more of why they are the way that they are.
100%. In this respect, what is your favorite character in this book?
My favorite character is Malachi.
Okay, I see it.
Honestly, he's protective of the one person that he cares about. He's very misunderstood. Like, he's labeled a psychopath, but I don't think that's true.
Well,
fully. Because he is able to love. He loves Olivia. And yes, it's very possessive in that psycho way, but I'm sorry. I love that he's just absolutely willing to do anything for her and to get her. Like, he learned to speak for her.
Specifically for her. And he was learning, the first word he wanted to learn was her name. And I think that's absolutely adorable.
Yeah. And like, even when she decided to leave him, instead of giving up and going back to being mute, he decided to go to therapy and speech therapy to better himself.
Yeah.
To get her back.
Yeah. Like, well, was it really to get her back, though? Or was it just I'm going to go?
Well, I mean, it could have been both.
Because I don't really know if he did it to get her back personally.
But at the same time, I think he also did it for her.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which, I mean, not a lot of men will do. Even normal men.
Yeah.
Get the help that you need to be better for not only yourself, but the person that you love.
I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't go and get help specifically for the person you love.
No, I think you should always do it for yourself
first. But if you're also doing it for someone else, it's a big plus, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you should always do it for yourself first, please, if you're going to go and get help.
Yes.
Not specifically for someone else.
Firm believer in, if you need help, ask for help, get the help. But at the same time, like, he let her go. Like, he didn't have to. If he was a true psycho, like, truly hell-bent on keeping her, he would have kept her against her will, but he let her leave. Which
I think is a big step for him.
He kept cameras on her, but he let her go.
He did let her go. And I do think that was a big step for him. And honestly, listening to that part in the audio was crazy. Like, I bet. Literally crazy. Because just the depravity in his voice and the psychosis, it's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk a little bit more on a little bit later as well. What is
your favorite character?
I was trying to avoid answering this.
Well, too bad.
So I don't technically have a favorite character in this book.
Okay.
The reason being is I do really like the book. I really like the characters. I don't think I can have a favorite character in this book. I think I love Malachi. I do. But there's just some really big red flags in here. And it's just, I don't think I could make him a favorite with some of the things that kind of happened in this book.
What about Olivia?
Yeah, and I do really like Olivia's character, but I don't think I could make her a favorite. I think it's just kind of the psychological torture that she just puts herself through bugs me. Like, I've never been in that situation that they've been in. I never want to be in that situation, and I never will be in that situation. It's just when characters know what they want, but they psych themselves out of it over and over and over again because of public image, because of what others think. It makes me so upset.
Yeah.
As a personal thing, it makes me upset. I do not like when characters do that. And that's all she did to herself.
Yeah.
So she was essentially just hurting herself over and over and over again.
I mean, I can relate, not with anything that she ever did in the book, but like, certainly not the relationship that she had. But I can understand, like, that fear of what other people think about you. It took me a long time to stop giving a fuck about what people think about me.
But same,
so, like, I can relate to that. But at the same time, like, I'm here for a strong, independent woman who don't give no fucks.
Right. So I think that was kind of my thing of why I can't make her a favorite character in this book, is because she wasn't a strong, independent woman. She was always concerned about what her mom thought. She was concerned about what her dad thought, keeping everybody happy. And like you said, you can relate to that on a level. I can relate to that on a level. Wanting to keep everybody around you happy at the sacrifice of your own happiness.
I mean, I think my favorite moment with her was her leaving him at the altar.
Yes.
Like, Xander. Like,
first strong woman thing she did.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, not all her decision, because her dad told her to go.
And her mom said it was okay.
Yeah, her mom gave that nod.
She waited for her parents to say it was okay and that they wouldn't be mad about it.
But the fact that her parents said okay, knowing the situation.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was a big step for them.
It was.
It was kind of a win.
It was a big character development moment for almost everybody.
Yeah. So this is why I'm saying, like, I don't, until I read maybe the second book, my views might change in the second book. But in this book, I can't say that Malachi is my favorite. I can't say Olivia is my favorite. The dad will never be my favorite. No. The mom will never be my favorite. And none of the men will ever be my favorite either. So it's just, I don't think I have one at this moment in time.
Yeah, I mean, where it falls in like my other favorite books, he does not rank in my top 10 of book boyfriends.
I'm with you.
But he's
special.
He is special, you know, in more ways than one. But not my top 10 for book boyfriends, but is up there on the scale of good men for choices.
Good men is a little bit relative, but
I'm not talking the things that he does, because those aren't necessarily good. But
yeah, no, I see what you mean. Yeah. I really do. But again, like, I don't think I could list him as a favorite.
Makes sense.
Or any of them as a favorite, to be completely honest with you. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Keep Luffy up in the background. Look at this man. This man would be dumbest book boyfriend in the whole wide world. Okay, hold on. Oh, this is the question I wanted to get to.
Oh, God. Okay.
Were there any moments that made you laugh, cry, or cringe in this book?
The spider made me cringe. Like, completely. Spiders. Laugh. Probably his insistence on needing teaching. And like when she kept being like, I think you've learned enough, and he's like, no, teach me more. And it's laughable.
It's a little laughable, yeah.
Especially when they, you know, one lesson should be enough, but they kept going. It stopped being lessons. And that to me was just very, very pretty laughable.
Were there any moments that made you cry?
No, but then again, it takes a lot for me to cry.
That's fair.
But I think if there were anything that would get me, was going back to the point where he like talked about his love of spiders and where that comes from and his backstory in that. I think that would be the only thing that would be like cry worthy.
Yeah.
For this book. Otherwise, like, again, I'm not a big crier.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to get me to cry.
I think I've only cried during one book, and this was not it. Cringeworthy, I need to bring this up because, okay, in the book, the scene where they're at the top of the staircase.
I knew this was coming up.
This is what I cringed so hard at, and I got such bad secondhand embarrassment. When they were at the top of the staircase and he ripped her pants off and threw them over the balcony, the second the dad came in holding the pants and walked to the top of the stairs and caught them at the top of the stairs, I paused my audiobook. I was on my drive home and I paused this audiobook because I was getting such bad secondhand embarrassment from this. I had to collect myself and start over.
I mean, I can say I have never been caught by my parents.
Never.
But it's just the fact that he was like a feral beast and refused to stop.
That made me like, even more embarrassed.
He was seeing red.
I understand the concept. It was very cringe in my, like, not cringe as in, like, it should have been removed from the book and not in there. Cringe as in, like, such secondhand embarrassment for them or for her in more of that aspect because he didn't give a fuck.
I mean, at least we can say, like, neither one of them are blood related to the parents either.
So it wasn't as...
So it's not...
It's still bad.
The worst, because it's not like he's seeing something he created, but he's raised her since she was like, what, 6 or 7?
Something like that.
And yeah, it is quite awkward for...
It's incredibly cringeworthy.
Yeah.
And that was horrible. I was like I said, I paused my audio on my way home and I had to take a minute before I started the audio again.
I mean, another big cringe moment is fucking her while she's like head resting on Dad's chest as he's bleeding to death.
Yeah, as he's bleeding to death on the floor and unconscious. That was also super cringy. I will give you that. Crying for this book, I had none. I really had no instances where I would have cried in this book. Laugh. I also don't think I laughed very much during this book either. It is laughable that he needed lessons.
Yes.
But I don't think there was a point where I'm like, this is actually really funny.
No, and like I wasn't like laughing about the lessons. It's just, it was a laughable concept.
That he needed the lessons in the first place. Yeah.
But like nothing about this book screamed comedy.
Mm-hmm. There are some other dark romance books that I have read and you have read as well
that are comedic.
Yes.
That just have that quick comedic timing. But I think the characters in this book are just so stoic that there's really no quick whip with any of them.
No.
Which is okay because like not all books have to have a quick whip. But like they're very depraved in this book.
Incredibly.
It is one of the more depraved books that I have read. Not the most.
I don't think so, in my opinion. It, like, for me personally, it is not the most depraved one. It's not even in the top 5.
Not top 5, but top 10.
Maybe top 10. Yeah, I'll give it top 10.
Yeah. All right. Actually, I already asked you that one. So what do we think of like the story in general?
The story as a whole is I really liked how it came together. I like the background of both the characters. I really like the just general psychological aspect of the entire book because I feel like it was a really heavy topic in this book and I really liked how it ended.
Yeah.
And I really like that they left it off on that is it really the end type deal. Because with the duet, I just love when they do something
I like books that end like that. But when you end like that and don't give me a sequel, that's when we riot.
Yes.
But most authors that leave off like that do a sequel. So that is appreciated from us readers.
Very appreciated.
I mean, honestly, I agree. I also did really like the story. I do wish we got a little bit more into their backgrounds a little bit more. I think that would have added even more depth to the story. And hopefully we see that in book 2. You know, I can't say that she doesn't do anything. I'm just hoping we get a little bit more in book 2. I agree. I like how the story came together. I think it came along really well.
Yeah,
I agree. Think, you know, it had that right amount of smut to not smut moments.
I agree. Yeah. And the tension that she builds throughout the entire book is really, because she didn't just outright go with it.
No.
And just the building of the tension and everything just kind of brought it all together.
And honestly, like you could see from the very first moment that Malachi met Olivia that he was fascinated by her.
Yeah.
And wanted something more.
Ran away with her in the airport.
But I love that he like slowly built her ability to love him back.
Yeah.
More than just a brother-sister bond, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he definitely is the reason that they're together, because he definitely did push for it in a respectful way. In some cases, like, he pushed her boundaries.
He 100% pushed her boundaries. Yeah.
But
I think
believe that if she said stop, he would have.
I believe that as well. But I will say, like, I feel like it was a little bit of a manipulation.
Oh, absolutely.
Because when they were kids, the only way that he got her to kiss him was by saying, I'm your brother, I can kiss you.
It's allowed.
It's allowed because I'm your brother. That part was a little bit, I will say, a little cringe for me, because I'm like, that's not a thing.
Having siblings, I know that's not
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing with cousins either, just saying. But, like, yeah, I mean, it was definitely very manipulative.
100%.
And I also don't love the way, like, he shuts her out when
he gets mad
when he gets mad.
He won't talk to her for weeks at a time. I don't like that.
But at the same time, like, her stopping him from using his hands or turning away so she can't see him, it is also cruel on her part too.
It's incredibly cruel.
Because when you have a mute character and you're gonna just stop their only way of communicating, that is honestly one of the rudest things that you could ever do to somebody.
And it's not like he could communicate and he just chose not to.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't know how to talk.
No.
He shut his voice off a long time ago and didn't know how to pronounce the words.
Yeah.
So he couldn't talk to her or communicate with her.
So sorry.
I stopped for a reason. In a way where, like, he had to use sign language.
Yeah.
To communicate with her, and the fact that she just kind of ignored him and could turn around, I just don't believe is fair.
No, I don't think it's fair either. And, like, the fact that she wouldn't, like, I'm not saying that if you suspect someone of cheating on you that you should give them the time of day to listen, but at the same time, where you've known each other for most of your lives, maybe you should have given him the benefit of the doubt and hearing his side of the story before just automatically assuming you knew the truth.
Yeah. Because he already told her the date with Anna was over before it even started.
Exactly. And that's why he wanted the lessons.
But to start again with another girl.
Yeah.
But, like, when he tells you it was their first date to begin with, and it was over before it started, and he ran away from that date, you're going to believe Anna over Malachi.
Yeah.
And you didn't even ask him. You just heard a portion of gossip that she admittedly couldn't hear all of.
Yeah.
Because it was far away.
Yeah. But, you know, girls are girls.
Girls are girls.
I mean, boys do the same thing too, though. So it's
just a miscommunication thing.
And that's where communication really is important. With any relationship, friendship, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or marriage, or whatever it is. You know, anytime you have some form of a relationship with anybody, communication.
100%.
Because you know what they say, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But I also loved the cuddling.
Which part? I'm sorry.
All of it. Like, they couldn't
like,
sleep
growing
separately.
up and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, she would go to him when she had nightmares and during storms, because he didn't like the dark, and it was just so cute.
And then you get so used to sleeping beside someone else that you just can't do it without each other. Like, I know how that feels.
100%.
But it's just like, that was a really cute moment to me.
I love those moments as well. Do you think your view, and you're not lean over like that. Do you think your view of the book would be different if you listened to the audiobook versus reading it first?
Oh, 100%. Anytime I read an audiobook first, which I don't normally do, and then I go back and read the physical copy, whether it be on my Kindle or the paperback or hardcover, whatever. If I listen to it first, it changes my whole view on how the book is, because the punctuation, the, you know, paragraphs, the whole communication of the story in general is so different from one version to another. I can only imagine how it was with this book where he was mute. I can personally say I have not read a book with a mute or deaf character.
Yeah, me neither.
As an audiobook. But yeah, no, I think it would have been very, very different.
It was. Because I did the audiobook first. I know it's a little bit controversial with this audiobook. We're not going to get into that topic. But I will say this, that, you know, hearing the tone of his voice when he had those brief moments of like psychological breaks is amazing. Like the tone in that voice and just feeling all of the, like you feel like you can feel all of those emotions. Yeah. And when you're reading the physical copy of it, you're just imagining those emotions and the way that he would say it and everything like that. I think it brought an entirely different vibe to the book. I really wish I read the physical copy before listening to the audio, but I will say the audio definitely gave me a different view on it.
Yeah. And like, what was it like with like the signing as an audiobook? Because like I know in the physical copy it's in italicized, so it's easy to really see like where he's communicating, because he's not dialoguing but he's speaking with his hands.
So one thing I'm gonna say that I really liked about this audiobook versus other audiobooks I've listened to is when it's the male's part to speak, the female voice actor isn't reading the parts in what she imagines the male voice to be. It's actually the male voice actor saying it.
I love audiobooks that do that. I think all audiobooks that should do that,
I do that.
My opinion.
I do as well. Because it sometimes changes when you're listening to the female voice actor try and voice a male's voice. It makes me slightly uncomfortable, especially in like spicy scenes. It kind of makes me break my concentration when I'm listening to it.
I mean, I agree with that, because like there are some female audio book readers that cannot voice male voices.
Yeah.
Especially if there's an accent involved.
Yes. And vice versa for male voice actors trying to do the female voice.
Because some of them are so deep that it's so hard to go high.
Yeah. So with the like sign language parts of the book, I will say I listen at the 1.5 speed, which I know people listen faster than that. That's just my preference so that I can get all the details and not miss any.
Yep.
But there were pauses in between every single word he signed, and it made it just feel a little bit choppy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would get confused and I thought he was actually speaking, but then I'm like, no, wait, he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. He signs. Yeah. And at least until the time skip anyway.
Yeah.
So I will just say, like, I understand why they made it choppy like that and why they did it in between every single one. I did learn some sign language in high school, and I know that every single word is a different sign.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are phrases and stuff like that you can sign. And I think that's why they did it. But it just made it feel a little bit choppy in the audio version.
Yeah, and I can see how that would make sense of like it being choppy, because it definitely wasn't choppy reading it, but then again you're because it's just reading it.
Yeah, it's italicized, so it's not like punctuation after every single word, because he's forming a sentence when he's signing.
But knowing a little bit of sign language, like I could really picture like him doing the hand movements with her. And I do have to say, I loved that he would only communicate with her.
Occasionally,
unless he was pissed.
Yeah. No, I do like that as well. Yeah. I thought it was like a cute gesture, honestly. It was a really cute gesture. Well, that wipes out my question and your question.
Yeah.
So we're back to one of mine. What is my next one? Do you think the psychological turmoil on the in this book added to the plot?
Yes. I really do. I mean, the psychological turmoil was practically the whole book.
Mm-hmm.
Without it, there would not be those characters like Olivia or Malachi, because they had so much psychological trauma separately that together it was just a crazy amount of trauma.
And every time she thought about Malachi in a way that is perceived wrong for actual siblings, even though they're not actual siblings, and her saying, I'm sick, this is sick. Like, it really just added to the tension that built between them. And in a way that, like, when they're finally together and they're over the fact that they were raised together and not actual siblings, like, it made it that much sweeter when they were actually able to get past it.
And I mean, like, honestly, her being able to, like, get past that ideal, I think is only okay in the sense because they're not actually related.
Yes.
But like you said, like, her comments of, like, I'm sick, and he never thought that way.
I think there was a mention of it one time. Yeah.
But it really played into their dynamic of friends to lovers, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad trope, but, like, this took it to a whole nother level where they were raised together.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was 6, he was 8. Or she was 7, he was 8.
Yeah.
When he came into the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it definitely, I think, played a big part in how this entire story came to be at the very end.
There is no Little Stranger without the psychological torment and torture.
Yeah.
There really isn't. It's
in their own heads.
Yeah. And even played out by the mom, too. And the dad. I do like the addition of the little sister, though.
She was great. The fact that she's just so sassy. And
screw this wedding. Who wants ice cream?
I say we go get ice cream. Like, I loved that part, I will say.
That is peak little sister behavior.
Little sister. I don't have a little sister, but if I had one, I would want her to be like her.
I do not have a little sister either, but being the little sister, peak little sister behavior.
And she's like, I never liked this guy anyway. Like, you go. You know. And no judgment that Olivia was in love with Malachi.
No. And I mean, she didn't get to see their dynamic because she was not in the house when they were together. But, like, just the stories that she heard and, like, the vanilla stories she heard. And she's like, go for it. Go get him.
No judgment on my part. Go get him. Go be with him. Like, and I was, like, rooting for that little sister. I loved her.
I hope nothing bad happens to her in the second book, and I might be very upset if something does.
That would probably be cry-worthy if anything happens to that little sister.
Yeah. Little siblings and pets are my big sad.
Yeah.
Big sad.
I will not watch movies if an animal dies.
If I know that an animal's gonna die, I'm not gonna watch it. That's why I have a very hard time watching Marley and Me.
I've never watched it. There's a reason for that.
I watched it before I knew that everything happened. Anyways. I feel like we already answered that question.
Which question?
Is there anything we wish was touched on more?
Yeah, because we both really want them to touch more on their past. Yep. I think we did actually kind of go through that a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to skip that one. Do we think he's too psycho or just the right amount of psycho? Because there is such a thing as too psycho for me in a character.
I don't think he's too psycho. No.
Neither do I. I think he's the right amount of psycho.
I have read about more psychotic characters than Malachi. And I didn't even blink a fucking eye.
Oh God, no.
So, or bat an eye, is that the expression?
Bat an eye. Yeah.
I didn't even bat an eye at those ones.
Yeah.
Like I said, there has only been one real book that has made me, like, need to stop and take a break. This doesn't even come close to that.
No. And I don't know if it's because it's a shorter book that it doesn't get enough psycho moments.
And it doesn't go into like the harsh detail.
Yeah. I mean, it's very descriptive.
Yes.
But honestly, I think he's the right amount of psycho, the right amount of protective.
Yeah.
The right amount of possessive.
I'm in 100% agreement with you. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I really don't think he was overly psycho in the book. Like, yeah, he had his moments, but I don't think they were super deep. I don't think they were like crossing a line.
I think the most fucked up psychotic moment he had as a character was the going red and attacking his father while eating out his sister.
So I think this gets into one of my conversation pieces as well. And it's at what exact moment, if any, did the relationship cross from dark but fictional into is this too far?
If there's one moment that might have been too far, and I'm not saying it was, because for me it wasn't, but for some people it might be, was the fact that like they were angry fucking basically. I mean, like, not yet, but like orally anyways.
Yeah.
Angry fucking at the top of the stairs when
the dad
comes home. And he tries to pull him off, and then they just start going at each other. And then fucking her over
on top of
his dying body.
Yeah.
I think if any, that would be the moment that it goes too far.
It could have crossed a line.
Again, in the fictional worlds that I read, that is not the farthest I've seen things go.
Yep.
Not the most fucked up thing I've seen. But I will say that if there were any moment for people that it would cross a line, it would be that one.
Absolutely. Yeah, where it's like, this is dark, but it's fictional, but that could have definitely crossed the line for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I could see why it would.
But like going like the 8 years into the future when he's released from prison after that ordeal and hearing his side of that story, I think kind of helps break it down a little bit.
Yeah, it helps kind of like mellow the situation.
And the fact that the dad didn't die also helps.
He's in a wheelchair for life.
But he's not dead.
He's not dead.
And he's willing to try and forgive Malachi.
Which I think is a really big step, because honestly, like,
I don't think I could.
I don't think I could. I couldn't forgive somebody who did that to me.
No. But just like that might be like the one scene that goes too far. For
definitely for some people, I could see where it would go too far. Yep.
Not for me though.
No.
I've read worse.
How many more questions do you have?
One.
Oh, do you want me to do some of mine? Because I think I have 3. Hold on.
Yes. And I think I only have 1 left because we've kind of like gotten into the topics during other questions. So the questions are no longer
honestly valid. I think we've gone over a lot of my questions as well. Because we went over that one. We did go over that. So I have 1.
Okay.
So your turn.
Okay. Was this a good read?
Yes.
I agree. I wouldn't say it was my favorite read because I definitely have other favorites, which we will discuss in later episodes. But it was a really good read. I mean, I sat down and read it in 6 hours.
Yeah.
Which also came with distractions, so it's not like it was a straight 6 hours.
Yeah.
But I sat down and I read it in a day, and that, like, I only do that with good books. If it's not a good book and it doesn't draw me in, like, I'm not gonna sit there and read it all day. But I do like how she set the book up. If like the first half of the book was all Olivia's point of view and the different ages.
Yeah.
And like her describing the different ages. And I liked that the second half of the book where Malachi actually starts to talk a little bit was all in his point of view. And then you also got to see him like kind of backtrack and talk about his point of view from his earlier years without, kind of like fully flashbacking.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a really good way to set up the book and tie the story all 100%. Together.
Yeah. I think I really liked the read. I would really love to just jump into the second book, but I'm going to wait and buy it and read the paperback before I listen to it this time. The only thing I have to say is I really wish it wasn't all about the brother-sister dynamic the whole time, because it did make me super uncomfortable, but that's the book I signed up for, and I kind of knew that that's the relationship they had going into this book when we decided to read it. But me personally, it did make me super uncomfortable. Yeah. And I kind of wish it didn't revolve solely around that dynamic.
Which is why I'm looking forward to the next book, because based on the description on the back of the book, it is not all about the brother-sister dynamic.
Perfect.
So I'm super looking forward to that. I do really like this book. I would love to know what else she has in other worlds and other things, because honestly, she's a good author just based on this one book alone, and I would love to get some more from her.
Absolutely. I'd love to explore her other books and her other series if she has them. I really don't know. I haven't looked up this author very much.
Neither have I.
We kind of answered my last question as well with your last question. That was all of our questions, unless you have anything else to bring up from this book.
Not that I can think of. Dottie, how about you?
She's snoozing.
Well,
honestly, if you guys have any different opinions from anything we brought up, we would love to hear it. Yep. Please leave comments on our Instagram or on our Facebook page.
But again, be respectful. We are not professional book reviewers. This is a hobby.
Yep. A hobby because we love books.
Please don't come at us for anything we said. Again, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to be involved in this community.
Yeah, but we want to have a discussion with everybody. We want to know your opinions, your views on everything. You can go in and answer the questions that we talked about. Yeah. Or if you have additional questions that you'd like to bring up as topics, please put them in our comments.
Absolutely.
And let us know what you want to know or what you think our opinions are in different aspects of this book.
And if you guys have any recommendations on other books, definitely let us know. But yeah, no, we just want everybody to be happy reading books and be mentally comfortable reading books, which is why we do the trigger warnings. And yeah, we have our own opinions on this book. If you don't agree with these opinions, that's okay with you. But we would love to know what your thoughts are on this book. We would love to know if you guys want to answer these questions. We can post our questions on our social medias as well so that you guys can answer them on your own.
And let us know if you want to do a live as well.
Oh, yeah.
We are more than happy to do that with you guys so then we can answer your questions that you have regarding the books or anything that is on our TBRs and just talk about books and have a good time. We would love to do that with you guys.
Absolutely. And next episode, we are going to be discussing
Heartless Heathens by Santana Knox. I am so excited for this book. I have already personally read it. Heather has not.
I have not.
I read this over the summer while we were in Canada. So
oh yeah, that's the one that you told me to read while we were up there.
Yep. We were up there for a funeral, and this is what I was reading the whole time we were in Canada. So I am going to read off the trigger warnings. If you don't want to sit here and listen to this gigantic list, please just go look it up yourself before getting this book. It does have heavy topics of religion, so if that's something that you're not interested in, just skip to the next book after that. So the content warnings, and this also has potential spoilers, and when we speak about this book, there will be spoilers. There's explicit language, death of parents, history of trauma, murder, gruesome deaths, suicidal thoughts, traumatic adoption, coerced attempted suicide, feelings of panic from trauma, fictional occultism, Christianity, non-consensual drug use, anti-Christian rhetoric, horrific situations, political issues reminiscent of our current time, child abuse, neglect, fictional satanic worship, vomiting, disembowelment, dismembering, drowning, strangling, body mutilation, explosion, and bomb threat. Then into the sexual trigger warnings. There is group sex, sexual asphyxiation, non-consensual sexual acts, dubious consent, physical assault, sexual assault, coercion, unprotected sex, light degradation, birth control, blood play, knife play, stretching, fisting, DVP, DP, and incestuous situations. And the author also says, screw it, content warning for too many Tolkien references. So if you don't like Tolkien references, not the book for you.
Just the Tolkien references, though.
Just the Tolkien references.
That is quite a list.
It's a really big list. Like I said, if you did not make it through that whole list, because there is a lot, please look it up yourself before starting this book.
Yes. Definitely don't want you guys to be a part of an episode that you're not comfortable with based on the contents of the discussion.
Yeah. Please read what you're comfortable reading and skip the ones that you are not comfortable reading about or talking about after reading it. It's entirely up to you and your personal preference and what's going to make you feel safe.
Yeah, we've both definitely read books with very similar topics, and if you notice, through as the episodes go on, most of the books that we read have very similar content and trigger warnings. Not always the same, but at least very similar.
Very similar.
That is why we are a dark romance podcast.
Yeah.
We are here to discuss the dark romance side of things. But anyways, that is the Sinful Shelf.
Thank you so much for watching with us and listening.
Yes. Thank you so much. Goodbye, Duty.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, all. And we will see you next episode.
Thank you all again for listening. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias for episode updates. You can find us on
Instagram at The Sinful Shelf Podcast, Facebook, The Sinful Shelf, X at The Sinful Shelf, TikTok, The Sinful Shelf Podcast, and Threads, The Sinful Shelf Podcast.